I mean, I always kind of kid myself that there's a truth in stereotyping somehow, or a small truth in stereotyping, and I think that we are, to a certain degree, guilty of kind of certainly not. I don't think we should deny, the land of song thing, the choir on top of Snowdon when they make a BBC documentary about Wales. It's the kind of box ticking exercise, and I think we to a certain extent we're guilty of indulging other people in that. And I don't think we should be sort of particularly militant about, that's not the way to treat our country. But I think that probably, in the mainstream media, I would agree that the stereotyping does exist, but I think that the media is fractured into 1,000 different pieces now, from YouTube to TripAdvisor and to any other, online sources and all those things. And I think what we're guilty of in a way is thinking that people think of us as Shirley Bassey, Tom Jones, Choir on Top of a Mountain, Look You Boyo, Miners, Leaks, Daffodils, etc. When actually a lot of people outside our country think of us as mountain bikers. People in Belgium and Holland think of us as an amazing resource of cycling, road cycling, because our roads are so quiet, and that other people in other countries actually have a totally different perception of us. Certainly in my background is publishing and magazine publishing and music. The perception of us as a music nation now is completely different to what it was even in 1999, when we were at the height of Cool Cymru and Stereophonics and the Manic Street Preachers, and Catadonia were selling a lot of records. Now, we have dozens of bands, great festivals. I mean, we didn't have a festival worthy of the name 10 years ago. Now we have Green Man Festival, we have Festival Number 6, we have, and we have Soon Festival in Cardiff, which has had a massive impact. And these are things that then obviously, all they do is enhance the product, because then you've already got Brecon Jazz, and you've already got Hay Literature Festival, is renowned right across the world. So in a way, I think that our stereotyping isn't, it's as much as us thinking slightly kind of resentfully that people think of us in one way or another. Obviously, as a journalist who's looking for commissions, it's easy. It's easy for me, because I can sit there and go, "Oh, did you know that? Did you know this? Did you know that? Did you know that? Let's say even something like Festival Number 6 is a fantastic feature to cover, and it hasn't been done particularly, in mainstream media. And you can, so many different areas of my interest, sport, popular magazine culture. There are so many stories to tell, and I think history as well is something that we haven't told particularly well. And I'm not talking about ancient history with castles, but I'm talking about the Industrial Revolution. There's so many amazing stories that come out of that, and the diversity and the ethnicity of Wales, in that, we were a magnet for dozens of different nations, countries, cultures, races to Wales, and some have come, some have gone, some have stayed, and that kind of deepens the Welsh experience. And to me personally, I'm always just thinking, great, I've got plenty of articles I can write. I'm never short of material. It'd be really difficult for me to say that there's one outstanding thing that I would advise any kind of tourism practitioner above and beyond everything else. If I'm pushed, it's an amorphous, be different, do everything different to how you'll have a cocktail menu that's got a signature cocktail on it that is bonkers. Journalists, and I'm talking about press coverage now, I'm not talking about directly to the customer, although obviously the customer will also invest some delight or interest in this slightly eccentric element. I think I'm a massive believer in our non-conformism and our attitude generally as a nation, that we don't have a social hierarchy in the way that our neighbours do, and that's just evident right from the very beginning. You will see the First Minister in Tesco's. It's not a big deal. We don't have that kind of hierarchy, and that's a really healthy thing. But right across the board, different generations spend time with each other, they socialize together. But you know, beyond, and that's unusual, everything that we should promote has to be different and has to be unusual and has to have, you know, and there are times when it's a novelty and there are times when it's something that we truly believe in all our heart. But I think that non-conformism and that difference is the thing that draws people to us more than anything else.